What's up, everybody? I'm the Manadork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard 8 rare budget deck for you. Today we've got a starting point of Annie Joins Up. 1 red, green, white for legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, deal 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And then, if a triggered ability of a legendary creature we control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So we got some triggering legends with Adeline times 3, Anim Pakal times 3, Baird times 3, and Ash Party Crasher times 3. Now we're going to need a way to make somebody be bigger than their base power to trigger Baird. So for that, we've got Curse of the Gateway Express and Coppercoat Vanguard. Both of which work with everything else we've got because we're making a lot of attackers for the gateway. And pretty much everybody in here is a human for the Coppercoat. Then Ash wants 2 things to come into play at once. So we've got some Resolute Reinforcements, which again gives us more attackers and more human. And Novice Inspector, which gives us another human and triggers Ash. We've got 4 Lunarch Veteran to gain some life off of all these things we've got coming into play. 2 Stagecoach Sentry from the new set. 4 and a white for a 4/5. When it enters the battlefield, creatures we control get +1/+1 and get vigilance until end of turn. And it plots for 3 and a white. So this gives us another way in addition to the Gateway and the Vanguard to pump up our team. Then we've got some lands, 11 plains, 7 mountains, 2 forests, 4 Cabaretti Courtyard. Very simple. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you over there. We got all the tokens. Let's see how this works out. Veteran. See what they surveil. Nothing. They keep it how it is. Pass it back. You got a boat. Send everything. Now, in theory, they will make somebody to crew the boat, and then we will snipe it next turn with the gateway. And there's a wormlet. And a surge engine. Alright. So they got 2 guys. They're probably going to use 1 to crew the boat. And there's a glyph. So that means we're going to go ahead and get rid of the surge engine. Try and prevent them from having a target. Well, I mean, they will have a target. It'll be the boat, but that's not where they want to be putting that. Opponent's down to 12. We will find a forest and go back up to 22. Solve the case. Ginger Brute. What else are we doing, opponent? Hard-hitting questions. So be it. Get in for 7? Sure thing. Come over for 8. Go find another land. End the turn. So they can glyph the Ginger Brute. So make it a 6. I don't see them having lethal here. Alright. I don't know what else they think they have. No blocks. We go to 6. And get in for everything. Alright. No red, but we've got enough to do in the first couple turns that we have time to find it. Keep. Opponent, what are you doing to me? So slow. Alright, there we go. Willowgeist, alright. There's our red source. So we get down the Inspector. So Willowgeist implies to me that they are on some sort of Insidious Roots deck. Maybe not. There's something we don't usually see. No attack. Thornwood falls. Thorn goes to 21. Death Bonnet. Alright. What's the plan, opponent? No blocks. Like these guys. Anim. Send the squad. Opponent lets it all through, and let's see what they do as a retaliation. Liar. I don't know how you pronounce that. Let's go find a land. Send everybody except Anim. Goes to 12. Baird comes out, makes a buddy. Ren and 7. What are we doing with that? Making a friend. Give him everything. Send all the tokens at him too. And let them make the decisions. Opponent wants nothing else to do with us. Let's go. Get in for one. And then we'll do the standard play. Reinforcements. Untap. Get our Adeline. That's why it's our favorite. Alright. We've seen this playbook before. Well, not the playbook, but the play in the playbook. And step reinforcements into Adeline, hopefully. That is a ginger brute. That's a ninja. Yep, you gotta draw. I get 2 guys. And 2 more guys. Gingerbread again. Siren. Making a Anim. He goes back in my hand. Send everything. Opponent's at 13. Yep. I'll take 1. That one? Alright. Everybody but you. Although actually that was the right one, because this one doesn't make humans, and it's a good call on the opponent's part to assume that I've got Vanguards or some other human synergy. Another one of those. And a hover bike. You got everything. Alright, Anim is tapped. Opponent thinks they can't, well, they know they can't win this race. Ooh, I don't think we can keep this one. That looks much better. And we'll send back the security. Go find a mountain. We can Ash, and we've got two different things to trigger the celebration on Ash. Unless they make our Ash leave. Try for a Baird and an Inspector. Okay. Pardon. All right. Make that guy no attacks. Now he's a mount. +1/+1 counter on whoever. Alright. Getting in for 2 in the air. Sure enough. Dropping an Anim. Send everyone. Let's see if we can race this lifelinker. Means first strike, scry 1. Alright. Green source would be amazing, but I think we'll be okay even if we don't get that. Maybe not. How does this thing work? All right. Send what we can. It's gonna be close. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, if my math is right. Then 9, 10. We go to 3, and then back to 21. And that's not a green source. See if we can push through, though. I'm not even doing the math. So close. We can try this. We'll find our white source. Alright. Opponent's got a +1 counter thing, it looks like. No blocks. Reinforcements. Make all the 1 power dudes. Get in for 2. And opponent had something up their sleeve. Alright, let's hideaway 5. 1 in tap, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Then if you have 3 or more different powers amongst your creatures, you get to proliferate, or you get to do the hideaway. No blocks. Let's draw first and see what we get before we do anything. Oh, that's nice to see. That's a creature I don't control. We'll send everything. Opponent goes to 18, but we solved the case. What do you got next? Hopeful Initiate. Putting a counter there, alright. A Baird and an Adeline. Send. And we'll lose somebody to something, possibly 2 things, but we'll be okay with that. I'm going to block with the knight as well. I don't want to point at it, but I'm really glad that they're blocking with the guy I can't even remember, the Initiate, because I was worried about them blowing up the case. There we go. No more of that guy. All right. Adeline is gone. Yeah, we will block. I'm good with that. So that would make this a 4-3, which would cause them to trade. And it's going to give us a big body. So yeah, we will run with this. And we like them not having creatures. See what they've got to stabilize, if anything. That's a big boy. Send this thing. Opponent's at 7. We gain a life. Alright. See what kind of nonsense they have. And another bodyguard. Throwing it over there. Invasion. Sure thing. Extra counter. Alright. Swing with just that. Opponent's at 3. Now I didn't even do the math that if I blocked, if I'd sent everybody, whether or not we would have taken it there, but I'm doing it for content. And because I'm very tired and I probably didn't think right. Alright. Send everybody. And that wraps it up. So what did we think of the deck? Well, it ran fine. The only issue I had was because we only had room for 2 Annie joins up, I didn't get much of a chance to experience having it come out and doing its thing. It seems to me that while it was a noble effort, this deck isn't right for Annie. This works just fine as a red-white aggro deck, but Annie's going to require a few more rares and mythics based on what's currently in standard. A few more of those than what we can do in a budget deck. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw, or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.